What's up, guys? This is Gabe from S&P Speed Innovations, and what we're bringing to you is improper wiring. Alright, so what we got here is a sand car. Customers build going on 10 years. We see this story every now and then. They've been building these projects for a while. Sometimes they'll bounce around from shop to shop. Sometimes they'll try to work on it themselves. In this case, this one's been bouncing around from shop to shop. Customer originally contacted us asking us if we tuned Link ECUs, and I have tuned on them in the past. I do not have a communication cable, and long story short, it's just kind of a better off deal for him to be in this area. I'm a Haltech guy. We can put a Haltech on it and do a lot more with it. So Jake, you want to step aside real quick, please? Thank you. So once we got into looking at the harness, we've got it all tore apart right now. It showed up, but basically it kind of ran when it got here. It had the throttle body, intake manifold, and all that stuff. And what this is this is a 1994 Toyota Lexus 1UZ. And upon our first initial visual inspection, customer, like I said, called on phone and said, you know, this is what I've got, this is what we're fighting with, these are some of the struggles we're having. Can you take a look at it? Can you tune it? My first answer was, let me put my eyeballs on it and see what's going on. When you see stuff like this, it's a throttle positioning sensor. Yes, that is two butt connectors within just a few inches of each other. Okay, I don't care if it's brand new wiring harness. I don't care how much it costs. Wrong is wrong, and that just ain't right. So the whole harness is done this way. This is definitely a difference between what we do and what you shouldn't do. So this right here is a prime example. Obviously you had a grounding issue, wire is too small, or the wiring itself just wasn't up to par. Cheap wiring will do this too. This is the alternator charge wire, and inside the harness it actually started to melt. And I can just keep going on and on and on. These are the injector wires. Not a whole lot we can see initially wrong with it, but I'm sure that at some point there's splices inside, because we can feel there's butt connectors inside these, like right in there. Fan wiring is another one. So we've got tape, and then right here you feel there's a bunch of butt connectors or something in there, and it goes on. Then they put a 2-pin connector. Of course, somebody cut the wires on it, but I would have put a 2-pin connector up here and not put any butt connectors or splices in it. So this goes on and on and on. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Electrical tape is not your friend, and electrical tape is not loom. Let me say that again. Electrical tape is not loom. This is an O2 sensor. So we didn't have labels, so we just put blue heat shrink on it, wrote on it, but that is an O2 sensor wire. 3-wire O2 sensor, okay? So it's a narrow band, not shielded at all. Can we say noise interference? Expanded loom, and then tape loom right at the very end. So what we're showing here is an example of what to do, what not to do. Cam and crank sensors. Unfortunately, the customer spent a lot of money on these factory Toyota connectors here, and every one of these on this engine are all factory Toyota connectors, and from the dealership they are very expensive. We source them out, and we're going to try to salvage as many of these connector housings as possible. Most likely just repin them and try to salvage some of that stuff since he spent so much money. So this is all just an example of what to do, what not to do. Don't do that. That's not the right way to do it. Put a connector on it. Don't heat shrink something that's a very sensitive signal, like a magnetic style 2-wire reluctor sensor. So anyway, this video is just the purpose of this video is just to show you what to do and what not to do. What to do is not this. What not to do is this. So 9 times out of 10, we could have been tuning on this thing and been beating our heads against the wall, and it would have been wiring. We could have probably got it sorted out through the factory or through the Link computer that he had, but it would have taken a lot of time and eventually some wiring. Most likely we probably would not have been able to reach our end result, and it would have been because of the wiring. We could have tuned on this forever and not known that there was an issue with the cam and crank sensor wiring, there was an issue with the TPS wiring, there was an issue just in general, and we would have spent a lot of time trying to tune it right when the problem was that it was just never right and it wasn't going to be. So let that be some education. We will do a part 2 of this video. That part 2 is going to show that this box here will not be there, and that wiring will not look like that, and the TPS connector will not look like this. And we'll show you the correct way to do it, and we'll have it running, driving up and down the street. We'll have different segments along the way. So that's it for now. Thank you guys for your patience. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We appreciate every one of you guys who likes our page, likes our Facebook posts, likes our YouTube and our Instagram posts. Thank you all very much, and please keep liking and sharing and subscribe. Thank you very much, and have a good day.